Welcome to the presentation. Let me show you how we redefine quality and efficiency. Enjoy the video.
This is Nexus. Welcome to the future.
Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today we're going to expose one of the absolute biggest, yet somehow completely invisible financial drains in modern high-density logistics. You know, if you operate a warehouse with very narrow aisle or VNA systems, you probably think your biggest costs are labor, right? Or maybe the machines themselves. But what if I told you that the real financial hemorrhage is literally right under your feet? Today we're diving deep into the critical science of 3D floor geometry, the revolutionary HG laser grinder, and how artificial intelligence is just completely changing the game for floor management. Let's get into it. To really grasp the scale of this problem, let's anchor this right out of the gate with a pretty staggering number: 260,000 euros. Wow, right? That is the annual cost. The cost of absolute inaction for a warehouse operating a fleet of just 5 VNA forklifts on a misaligned, crooked floor. And keep in mind, that's not just a one-time hit. That's an annual, bleeding loss. But you might be wondering, where does that massive number actually come from? Well, let's break down the physics. When we look at this hard breakdown of invisible losses, we really have to talk about the physics of destruction. You see, a VNA forklift isn't just a standard vehicle. It's got a mast reaching up to 14 meters high. So when a floor deviates by just 2 or 3 millimeters, that massive 16-ton machine acts like a giant pendulum. It vibrates violently. To prevent that mast from actually smashing into your racking, the safety systems immediately kick in and drastically drop your speed from 10 kilometers an hour down to just 4. That is a massive 60% drop in operational efficiency right there. Throw in the destroyed polyurethane wheels every 6 months, the shattered mast hydraulics, and the fact that you can't even run automated AGV systems on a crooked floor, well, suddenly that 260,000 euro loss becomes a very harsh reality. But let's shift gears from staggering loss to an incredible opportunity. Correcting the geometry of your VNA aisles isn't just a standard maintenance expense. Honestly, it is the most profitable operational insurance you can buy. By investing in precise geometric correction, businesses are actually seeing a 400% return on investment in just 5 to 8 weeks. You recover all that lost time, you eliminate extreme mechanical wear, and you secure your fleet warranties. But the real question is, how do you actually achieve this perfect geometry in the real world?
This brings us to a massive technological divide. Let's talk about how traditional satellite and planetary grinding systems work compared to the HG laser grinder. So, standard contractors use traditional planetary grinders that operate completely without lasers. They rely on an archaic open-loop system. Essentially, they measure, they grind, they measure again. They are just blindly copying the existing waves of the concrete by eye without any real spatial awareness. It's basically cosmetic work, masking a severe engineering problem. In stark contrast, the HG laser grinder operates on a closed-loop, zero-downtime, 3D robotic engineering system. In practice, closed-loop engineering completely changes the process. The HG laser grinder features a massive 18.5 kilowatt milling head that actually reads the 3D geometry of the floor in real time. It automatically corrects the depth to fractions of a millimeter as it drives. Because of this absolute precision, it guarantees strict DIN 1585 or TR34 certification in a single pass. And because it has a super powerful integrated dust extraction system, it can do all of this with zero downtime. We're talking active pharmaceutical clean rooms, or even working freezers dropping to minus 22 degrees Celsius. However, perfect geometry is not the end of the story. When you use aggressive track grinding to perfectly level those wheel paths, you drastically open up the concrete structure. The concrete is left totally exposed and vulnerable. Now, cheap competitors will try to save a buck by pouring basic sodium silicate over those exposed tracks, but here is the costly trap. Sodium silicate degrades and falls apart in just 6 months under heavy VNA traffic. To truly protect this investment, CleanVisions developed the Concrete Shine Extra system. This is a proprietary thermal curing process. It uses a multi-stage lithium-sodium densification, which is actually supported by the extreme thermodynamics of the machine itself, to close up that exposed geometry. The final result? A monolithic, light-reflecting armor that lasts for 8 to 12 years. It even slashes your warehouse lighting bills because the floor becomes highly reflective. But here is the catch, and it's a big one.
Knowing exactly how to apply Concrete Shine Extra and how to operate those incredibly advanced HG laser machines requires some incredibly deep, specialized knowledge.
And this leads us right into the ultimate operational challenge. We have the absolute best machines and the best chemical armor in the world. But what happens on a Tuesday at 2 a.m. when a machine suddenly throws an error code during a critical night shift? You've got a human operator standing there, the clock is ticking, the warehouse aisle is totally shut down, and panic sets in.
This is the true bottleneck of modern logistics, the human element. The knowledge to fix these issues is locked away in highly complex engineering instructions. We are talking about hundreds of totally unreadable pages of technical manuals that, let's be honest here, nobody actually reads. Companies spend a fortune on expensive training courses for operators, but a few months later, under the stress of a late-night breakdown, that training just gets forgotten. And traditional phone support? It's a nightmare. It's often in a completely different language, or worse, because it's a night shift or a holiday, nobody even picks up the phone. And in this industry, every single mistake, every hour of delay costs severe money.
And that is exactly why CleanVisions created something totally unique, something that genuinely changes the rules of the game. Enter NEXUS AI, a revolutionary 24/7 digital knowledge base. It's built directly from every manufacturer instruction manual and combined with the real-world, hard-earned experiences of flooring and machine experts from all over the world. I want to make this crystal clear. This is not some basic customer service chatbot. NEXUS AI is a highly advanced thinking assistant armed with totally unique, specialized knowledge. It gives you the exact answer in just a minute. It deeply understands the physical builds of the HG laser machines, it has all the instructions memorized, it comprehends 3D floor geometry, and it knows the chemical structure of Concrete Shine Extra. When something goes wrong, it finds the error instantly. Honestly, think of NEXUS AI as a patient teacher and a reliable friend for your operators. Whether it's the middle of the night, a Sunday, or a major holiday, it is always available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When an operator is totally stressed out, NEXUS answers simply and clearly. It never criticizes, it only helps. It completely understands the problem and guides the operator to a solution. Most importantly, it is always by your side, eliminating the anxiety and the massive financial costs of human mistakes. This entire ecosystem really embodies the core motto of CleanVisions. Don't waste your life on old methods that complicate life. Life is too short to worry. Why continue bleeding hundreds of thousands of euros using outdated, stressful, open-loop grinding methods? Why leave your operators unsupported in the middle of the night? We have the technology to fix the physical geometry perfectly, the chemistry to protect it for a decade, and the artificial intelligence to support the humans running it flawlessly. Use NEXUS, and together we will change our industry. Welcome to CleanVisions, the system of tomorrow today. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I really hope this deep dive into the hidden costs of VNA floors and these incredible new solutions has completely changed how you look at the ground beneath your operations. Until next time, stay curious and keep optimizing. Hey everyone.
Don't waste your life on old methods. Life is too short. Use NEXUS.